Oh, it's Bandolier here. I wanted to make a video about 10v10 and explain what I liked and what I didn't like about 10v10. I am just gonna come out and say it. I thought this was the best game mode. Um, I hit a ton of clips. It made every map feel like it was super fun. So much more was going on, so much faster paced. There's at least 6 out of the 10 players on each team probably had at least 20 kills, every game. I like rarely did I ever drop the ball and go below 20. But getting into what I liked about, the game mode was the clip opportunity. Just being able to turn a corner anywhere and see a quad is just crazy. Going around trying to just quick scope and hit multis. I almost had a multi the other day. I almost had a no scope triple today. There's just so much fun about going for clips that this was a really good game mode, and I've never really been a fan of 10v10. Every time I've asked for 10v10 or like like a chaotic game mode like this, I've always lived to regret it because I've always like hated it because I just would get beat around. Like in COD World War II was my first Call of Duty, and I know that might be enough to hang me, but that was. And I remember asking for, you know, 9v9 ground war in that game, and whenever it came out after like the 6 months, I hated it. I literally just got my shit pushed in. I was not a good sniper back then, even though, that's all I really did, because that's all I've ever wanted to do was just quick scope and just hit clips and shit. I was not good. And then Black Ops 4 was terrible. So I went back to World War II and I just played Shipment 24/7. It was, yeah, I was not good at ground war. And I didn't really get good at ground war until probably last year on Vanguard. I played a lot of Blitz, and I wasn't like really that good, but I wasn't really bad. But this game I really excelled in ground war, and I really enjoyed it because it just made every map feel good, and every map was super fun. That brings me to the next point. Like every map was fun. It made everything flow nice. It felt like all the maps they made were designed for 10v10. You know, Crown Raceway and Border Crossing. I don't care if I ever see those maps again. Those maps are terrible. Um, Crown is like seldom, very seldom, like fun. Like it's just very rare that I have fun on that map. Border Crossing is a joke when it's only domination. If it was like team deathmatch, maybe, but not dom. I'm not playing that map on domination. It's bad enough, and then you bring dom into the equation. It's just bad. And the game modes: team deathmatch, kill confirmed, and hardpoint. Like those were the best game modes. Domination is pretty bad. But team deathmatch is great. Kill confirmed is just team deathmatch with an optional objective, and hardpoint is literally the greatest game mode. I think what they could do better would be to make hardpoint last 450 points instead of 250. It just ends too fast. That's my only gripe. But we'll get into what I don't like, what I didn't like about the 10v10 experience. Skill-based matchmaking, it's always going to be a thing. I don't know if they ever lowered it whenever they brought in ranked mode, but if they did, cool. They should just never have it in the game again. But you could really tell there was skill-based matchmaking. I mean, it only takes a few games of doing decent, and then you just get destroyed again. But the game mode was still fun because I enjoy this game. Another thing I didn't like: domination. Domination is literally so bad. You should never spawn at your home flag if you have the B flag. You should always spawn at B if you have both home flag and B flag, so you can dominate the people at C or A. Like there's no common sense when it comes to domination. Like you don't know where people are spawning because there's 16 different spawn points. Like it doesn't make sense. But I think Another thing they missed out on is the filter. Like, why can't I select what game modes I want to play? Like, why can't I select TDM, Kill Confirmed, and Hardpoint, and like not play Dom? You know, I think that would help. Just because I don't want to play Dom ever. Every time I saw a domination, after the past 2 days of playing, or after the past couple weeks of playing, I just did not want to play domination. So I backed out every single time. But every single time a new match popped up in the bottom left corner, I'd get Dom. So it was really annoying to fish for lobbies. I think that needs to be fixed. Also, I think the map variety is kind of lacking. I don't know how. Almost all the maps in the game, other than Shipment and the Christmas version of Shipment, those two maps, which are different apparently, they weren't like almost all the other maps were really hard to find. No Fortress, by the way. Fortress is bigger than Shoot House, but you know, Shoot House was in 10v10. I don't know why that was. I don't know how, but that was a thing. I'm assuming because of the Fortress spawn trap. I don't know why that would be such a big problem. You know, spawn traps on every map. It just happens to be really good on Fortress. Whatever. I mean, you guys made the map. You know, you can only find certain maps with certain game modes. It was kind of annoying. You know, I could only find this Himmelmat Expo with Domination. Even though I prefer if it was on TDM because it plays so much better on TDM, I figured it out. I'm sure it's even better on Hardpoint. But I can only find it on Dom. Now, what I would do to improve, I would add this filter. I also wouldn't remove the game mode. I fixed spawns a little bit when it came to Domination, but Domination's basically a lost cause, so I'm not even going to go into that. And I would add all the game modes to every map. You know, make Himmelmat Expo have literally like every map available in 10v10. Make Himmelmat Expo have every mode available in 10v10. Make Fortress, put Fortress in the damn game. Why is it not in 10v10? Like, take out Border Crossing and Crown. I don't really give a fuck. Like, those two maps are bad. You guys can flame me in the comments if you really think so. But, you know, just give us filter. Let us filter out what game modes we want to play. And add in, you know, all the maps in the game. Just keep all the maps in the game. Like, they're all big enough to play. If Farm 18 and Shoot House are in 10v10, there's no reason why Fortress can't be in there too. Like, it's pretty obvious. Like, it's only because of that spawn trap probably. But I can't see myself actually complaining about that, especially when there's 10 people on each team. You know, 10 people. It's really hard to trap 10 people in a spot. So I really don't understand why this is a thing. Why they just don't have it in the rotation. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Leave a like if you agree. Subscribe. I don't post videos like this all the time, but I probably will start whenever I figure out a game mode that is really good, like 10v10, and they just remove it for no reason. I mean, every time I played 10v10, there was always 20 players in the lobby. I never had a game where there was less than like 20 players. Like, it was always a full match every single time. I don't know why. The player count must have been skyrocketing, and it made every map feel so good, but they do this limited time mode shit and kind of ruins the game. So, you know, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe. You know, I post videos probably almost every day. I try to post clips when I actually hit clips. So yeah, guys, later.